Hey, welcome back to Magic City Entertainment. Hopefully, you guys are doing great today. So, for today's video, I decided to make a 5 list. I know it's been a while since I made one of these, but I think this is a really good video. So I have 5 animes from Netflix that I think you guys should check out, and I'll catch you guys at the end of the video. Coming in number 5, we have Cannon Busters. And let me say, one thing I commend this anime for is the music. It is so freaking good. I normally skip the intros to anime just to get straight to what's going on. But man, I love the music so much. Every time that intro music started playing, I was jamming, and I stayed there and watched it in the entirety. Like, it was really freaking good. So the story consists of this guy named Philly the Kid. He is immortal. So you end up finding out more of how that happened, everything. So later on in the show, he ends up meeting these bots, Sam and Casey. And they go on this whole adventure to get to this I forgot the name where they were going. Basically some other like fortress to meet the prince, to meet up with the prince or whatever. And it was a really good anime. I honestly put it off my list for like a long time, and I was like, I'll get to it when I get to it. But I finally got to it. It was really good. I was very surprised of how good it was. Sadly, we do not have a season 2 right now. It was like one of those cliffhanger things, so pretty sure they're working on season 2. There's only 12 episodes the first season. They go by fairly quickly. Yeah, if you guys are into great movie, they have some really good action scenes in here too. It's one of those like comedy animes. Like, it has a little serious story being told there as well, but a lot of comedy mixed in is also. If you guys are into those type of animes, I highly recommend you guys put Cannon Busters on your list. Coming in number 4, we have Food Wars. And let me say, the food in this anime looks goddamn gorgeous. I don't know how they animate this food, but I commend them because, man, every time I watch this anime, I just want to eat a whole bunch of food. I mean, this show makes cooking look fun. I love cooking, but man, do they make it look fun and interesting. And when you watch it, I'm going to tell you this. Watch it by yourself. Make sure no one walks in on you, because there's like this thing where when they're cooking, their clothes go away, and then it comes back, and yeah, it's weird, but I promise you, this anime is really freaking good. Sadly, Netflix only has 2 seasons, and I believe this show is like on season 4 or 5, if I'm correct. I haven't really kept up with it lately, but I can tell you this: I watched the first 2 seasons, and they are amazing. And I promise you, this anime is really good. It has that like slice of life to it. Has some comedy. It honestly has it all. Honestly, like, if you ever seen cooking shows on TV, like live TV, then you're gonna love this anime. Especially if you love just like food in general. You're a food concierge, then this anime is for you. I promise you. When you watch this anime, you're going to want to eat some food. You're going to want to eat the food they are making, because, man, they know how to make the food look fabulous. Like, it looks super realistic. Like, when I started watching, I was taken back. I'm like, whoa, whoa, this stuff looks good. And I commend any anime that makes food look good. Oh, you know it's going to be a fire anime. And I promise you, this anime is fire. So watch Food Wars. Coming in number 3, we have Kirikou No Basketball. And if you're a fan of basketball in general, you're gonna love this anime. It's really good. Unfortunately, Netflix only has one season, and this show has, I think, four or three. I can't remember how many seasons it has. And they have like two movies, if I'm not mistaken. It's really good, like really good. I remember when I first started watching anime, and this was like one of my like second or third animes I actually started watching, and I honestly was taken back by how good everything was in this anime. And in general, sports animes go beyond and above. They go to level 0 to 100 real quick. But Kirikou No Basketball is no exception. They make everything look interesting. So there's this guy Kirikou, and he used to play with this one team, and they had like 5 all-stars, including him. They all have like these super abilities basically. Kirikou's is passing. Like he's like one of those like passers that he's like invisible to people's eyes when they're playing. And he makes literally the best passes. Like when I see him, I'm like, that's Chris Paul. Yeah, like they all have these special abilities. Like one of his teammates is a dunker, so like he's really good at dunking. So they really emphasize like his jumping ability and his dunking and all that. And eventually later on, everybody gets like their own cool little trait or whatever. It's really dope. It's really dope. Like there's this one character that can imitate other characters. Like say you're really good at shooting threes, right? He can imitate what you do. He literally takes 1 second, literally just one play. That's all it takes is one play. As soon as he knows what you do, he can copy you. There's one dude who can just shoot the ball from like half court. He makes anything. I can't express how much there is in this anime. If you like basketball and if you really like basketball, you're gonna love Kirikou No Basketball. It's one of those like almost like a slice of life, has comedy. Like it has a lot of comedy, honestly. It's really good. It's like one of those good feel type of like animes that you just sit back, relax, and enjoy whatever's going on the screen. If you have time, I promise you cannot go wrong with watching Kirikou No Basketball. Coming in number 2, we have Doral Hedorah. Oh my god, I slept on this anime for way too long, honestly, and when I finally watched it, oh man, was it amazing. I remember when I first saw it, I was just scrolling through Facebook, and I saw this scene of this lizard had someone's head in his mouth, and a dude inside of his mouth was like, yeah, he's not it. And I was like, what did I just watch? I kind of just brushed it off. But then when I saw it on Netflix, I was like, oh, so this is what the anime was. So I sat down and watched it, and let me tell you, I watched it in one night. I couldn't stop watching. It was interesting from the first episode all the way to episode 12. And then with one OVA, it's episode 13. It was interesting to say the least. Like, so there's this guy, Cayman, and he wakes up and he's a lizard. He's got a lizard head, right? And then he realizes that there's someone inside his body that like tells him they're both basically trying to find the sorcerer who put this spell on them. And currently we only have one season. We have no clue when season 2 is coming. I'm hoping like late 2021, maybe mid 2021. Not really sure. I have to do some research into that. But this anime was really freaking good. Like, and it's crazy because like Cayman, he kind of is like the bad guy, but the sorcerers are the bad guy too. So it's like, you know who really is the bad guy. But anyway, like he's the good guy, he's the bad guy at the same time. The characters are freaking interesting. All of them, they're all interesting. Like, not one character I felt like, oh, he was like boring or dull in a way. No, every character was really interesting. Like, they all had a unique personality. It was really good, honestly. And the way it ended, it leaves you wanting more. Like, really wanting more. Of course, if you read the manga, you're already gonna know what's happened. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the mangas right now, which I am gonna start buying. But overall, this is a really good anime to watch. Honestly, if you like good storytelling, some good action scenes, good visual 3D effects. Honestly, I'm not into 3D that much, but let me tell you, this has some really good 3D effects that are really polished and look really good. The visual effects of how like the city looks, the lighting from the flowers and everything. There's this one character, he's a villain, and he has his mushroom power. The details to the mushrooms are freaking amazing. Everything about this anime is really freaking good. There's a lot more story to be told when season 2 comes out, because there was a big old plot twist in the end, and I can't wait to find out what happens. But if you guys are in the market watching this anime, I promise you, don't skip it. Watch Doral Hedorah. You cannot go wrong. I promise you that. God Eater. This anime is really freaking good. I remember when I first watched it a long time ago, honestly, I was taken by surprise because I was like, how have I not seen this anime? Animation is top notch. The story is top notch. Everything's really well done. So the story basically is that there's these monsters that have taken over humanity, right? And they use these people, if I believe correctly, it was called drivers, right? So they get these drivers, right, which is that goes on their arm, and that's pretty much how they defeat the monsters and everything. It was a really cool concept. Like, I like the whole idea of how everything was constructed in this world and how they did everything. I really wish this show had more seasons. Sadly, we only have one season, and it's only, I believe it is 13 episodes, so it's fairly short. It's not extremely long, which is very sad because it was really good. I just wish that more people saw it when it first was like announced and got more traction, because sadly it did not. So we haven't gotten a new season. I'm hoping that eventually they do add a second season, but if you guys honestly like monsters, fighting, great storytelling, good visual effects, check out God Eater. Backstreet Girls Goku Dolls. And let me say, this one's a weird one to add to the list to say. Right now only has one season, 10 episodes. Came out in 2018. I doubt they'll even make another season, to be honest. I don't know. Low key, it was a pretty good anime, honestly. When my friends told me about it, I sat there and watched it. Honestly, I didn't know what the hell I was watching half the time. But let me tell you this, though. It was very interesting, and it was funny, honestly. I didn't expect too much out of it. After watching the trailer, I was like, okay, this is kind of weird, but it's like a funny weird, honestly. So you have three brothers that work for this Yakuza boss, right? And he's really, really into like K-pop and stuff like that. So what he does, which is the craziest thing, is he makes these dudes get a sex change from guys to girls. Just listen to this, listen. I know it sounds weird. I trust me, it does sound weird coming out of my mouth, I know. But he makes them become K-pop stars. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Hey, he's all about that money. So he saw the opportunity, and he saw that that's where the money is. So he said, look, y'all work for me, right? They said, yeah, we'll do anything for you, boss. And he ended up making them do this. Yeah, it's a really crazy anime. I know, it's a weird anime, but I promise you, it is super interesting. All three brothers are interesting as hell, and it's funny to see that they're women now, but they still act like men because they're still themselves. So, and it's funny to see that when other dudes try to hit on them, that's the funniest thing. Cause they're just in there like, what do I do, guys? What do I say? What do I stop? How do I stop this? How do I stop? They just look at them like, yo, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to tell you. But like, It's a very interesting anime, at least. If you have time, it's only 10 episodes. They go by fairly quick, actually. I recommend you guys check this anime out. I know it looks weird at first, but if you gotta just give it a few episodes, I promise you, it's good. Coming in at number 1, we have Demon Slayer. Oh, let me say, this anime is freaking fantastic, man. It is amazing. Unfortunately, we have one season, 26 episodes, with season 2 to be the movie, which we don't know when that movie's coming to the US right now. We're still waiting for it, and it's just getting rave reviews and everything. But anyway, this anime is really freaking good. The story consists of this guy. I forget his name. It's been a while since I've seen an anime. I forget his name. I do apologize about that. But basically, these demons basically attack his family, and the only thing left is his sister and him. And he goes on this whole venture to be trained and be one of the demon slayers or whatever. And let me tell you, and what a venture it is. It's a really good anime. I will admit though, it's slow, and it does turn a lot of people off in the beginning because how slow it is. Because one of my friends, he didn't like it because how slow it was. I told him, like, yo, give it a chance. I promise he's gonna pick up. He didn't pick it back up. But this is one of those animes where if you stick with it, yo, there's some fire moments in this anime. One of my friends actually put me on this anime. I kept putting this anime off and off and off. He's like, yo, please watch it. Just watch it. So I watched it, and I was like, yo, what was I thinking of putting this anime off for so long? It's really good. Took me by surprise. Like, I had a lot of goosebumps moments, like where there's this moment where one of these characters has like this great moment, right? And it was like, yo, finally. I don't want to say who it is. I don't want to say what happens because then that's, yeah. But yeah, just know you are going to love. You're going to love this movie, this anime, and then eventually when the movies come out, I'm pretty sure you're gonna love the movie too. But honestly, this was a really fun anime. It's dark, it's gritty, it has a lot of tension built up into it, and when the tension is released, the fight scenes, really, really good. Like, really good. It has like, it goes from like 2D to 3D in some fights, so beware of that. But it's not bad though. It's not really extremely bad, and all the characters are interesting. And we haven't even seen all the characters yet. We have not even seen all the characters, and I'm pretty sure there's so much more that they're going to show, and we've only gotten a glimpse of it. And apparently they're making a video game, which is confirmed, which is going to be like PlayStation 5 and PC, Xbox One series, whatever. But I'm getting off topic here. But yeah, this is going to be a really, really good anime for you. It's like your first anime, this is like perfect for you. Honestly, it's like really, really perfect for you. It's really good. And I know next season or season 3 or whatever is going to be epic. Like, a lot of stuff is about to go down. So if you have time, watch Demon Slayer. I promise you, you will not get wrong. You won't. But I will say it's slow, but give it a chance. You won't miss. You'll just be like in love with it first sight. Honestly, because the beginning, it's action in the beginning, so you're pulled in right away. But definitely check it out if you have a chance. Hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If I missed any anime that should have made the list, please drop it in the comment section. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.